Good morning, sunshine. I hope that this finds you well. This is your daily insight on life and love for September 30th, 2020, also being timeless. So wherever you're pulled to this in time, this might have a message for you. It's general, collective. Don't force it to fit. If it does not fit, you can either let it fall away or ask for clarification on booking your own personal reading, and that'll be in the email in the description or on any social platform you can find me. So definitely reach out, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And well, I suppose we're going to kick this underway. I was guided to kick this off with regular Rider-Waite, and then I did a few little mini readings, but I was guided to keep the piles with this. This is all going to be rolled into one. Interesting. So let's see. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant, the 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the 3 of Cups. Definitely some sort of a swift breakup or breakdown in your world. A lot of this is you chasing something that is not meant for you, holding on to this ideal, whether it's your country's idealistic dream of how your life should be. I would say the American dream, but you're all over the world, and I love that. So whatever that means to you, it's really telling you to go in an entirely different direction and to do something different this time. It seems like something in the past, in the masculine form, this can deal with things of authority, rules, even laws. I'm not telling you to break laws, so don't even go there. It's a lot of ungroundedness. But since I'm not really going with laws, I'm going with rules and constructs. Whatever the rule and construct that you have been abiding by is something that is completely outdated, outmoded for you, and is actually very stifling for you. But you didn't know how to say no to this. You didn't know how to say no to this way of life. Now, you could have easily walked into this and had this way of life for like the last 20 years. And it could be something that you feel like you owe it to because you've stayed there this long. I don't care if it's some sort of super religious background. I don't care if it's some sort of really controlled lifestyle or, free living, whatever your storyline looks like. You didn't know how to say no to it at some point. It feels like you were a slave to it. Now, this can be personal relationships too. Something that involves a deep commitment and pull of energy from you. The reason why I'm saying that is because we have the Hierophant. I'm going to show you the cards that I'm looking at right now. Look at this. But something new is making its way towards you, and I don't think that you were prepared by how much this could be alluring for you. It's going to create this whole new part of your identity, new additive to your lifestyle, and it's actually going to be something where it's freeing up some sort of space in your life to be more celebratory. So something's moving over for you to have some sort of a little party additive in life. And I don't mean party. I mean like the good stuff, whatever that means. And then I was pulled to Wisdom of the Oracle. Truth be told is upright. Peace is in reverse. Not for you is in reverse. Right? Peace is upright. Not for you is in reverse. Poised is in reverse. All that glitters is upright. So these two being the base part of the reading, you put a lot of the blame on yourself. You do. I feel like this is something where you are very brutal and punishing with yourself. Now, the opposing side of this, I'm not saying is malicious by any way, or any stretch of the word, but it is saying that you kind of put it on a pedestal without any sort of merit for it to be there. So it seems like it's really hard for you to keep up with this lifestyle or this dream that you used to have. And it's just not there anymore. It's not inside of you. It's not real. It's not authentic, but you're pushing yourself to behave this way because how could you be wrong in dedicating so much of yourself or so much of your time to this? So then we have, you're not ready to jump in. You want to see what's underneath the surface of this incoming situation. You're weighing out your options. And going into this, yeah, you're weighing out your options. Where is it? Oh. Yeah, it went right into this. Something is very clearly coming to an end in your life. And you know that you can't continue on this particular path with either this situation or this person. And that's in a way eating you alive. It's definitely stressing you out, keeping you up at night. Your ships are coming in, but you're having a hard time seeing the horizon right now because you still have closure that's coming in. Lots of sword energy in this reading. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and now we have the King of Swords upright. Just because they have done this for a long time doesn't mean that they know better what's for you than you do. No, obviously I'm not talking about therapy or some sort of psychology. That, you know, if you're seeing a counselor or a therapist, I'm not talking about that. I am very pro mental health. This is talking about more personal relations than anything else. And I am seeing this as something where you do have to pull the plug on it and start to make a hasty move away from it. I feel like it's you doing a swift pulling of the cord on this connection because you don't have any other way to do it. Easing out of it, it doesn't feel like it's working. And I think that there's a lot of guilt that you carry over this. And I think that you are afraid of confrontation with it, with whoever this is involving. This, let's see, we have the Two of Cups. Now, I'm not going with a particular soulmate, twin flame relationship. I'm saying this is big positive life changes that you need to make for yourself. Very positive and again, an entirely new decoration. If you can't tell, I'm having a hard time talking tonight. Super sorry about that. I didn't mean decoration, direction. I think my allergies are really kicking me arse right now. So, let's see. Developed a cat allergy. That's fun because I have 8 cats. I'm just going to suck it up. And let's see. It's a rainy night when I'm recording this for you. Oops. All right. So I went to the Tarot Illuminati. And this is what came out. The base part of this was the Three of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Working together, it's ending an entirely new cycle in your life. Yes, we can add those two numbers, the 3 and the 7 together, and it gets to 10. So 10 is ending cycles and new beginnings. But I'm looking at this also as your ship's finally coming in, and you feel like you're finally getting away with something on a very positive note. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. Something about your beliefs is about to make a very important change in your life. I think that you were working from a place of scarcity, worried that if you didn't do something, then something else wouldn't happen. If you did something too much in one area, then this wasn't going to pan out. But the Ace of Cups is saying that with this new change, with this new commitment, is going to come something that is really overflowing your cup. So this is talking about your grand awakening in this field. It's a sudden realization of some sort of aspect of your life. And it's not even talking about ascension particularly. It's more like something about your personality that has been stifled for a very long time. Something that you didn't embrace or were too afraid to embrace. Now this can stem from a fear of power, or a fear that maybe you are not as free-flowing and easygoing as you once thought that you were. Everything is up for debate for you to change about yourself, but this change is going to be ushering in a lot of fulfillment and a lot of personal prosperity on a very philosophical front. And it could also be financial. I am getting a lot of financial upswing in people's lives in personal readings. So, you know, this is something that I wouldn't want to add into this. I feel like I have a sneeze caught. You know what that's like? Like I'm looking at the lights. It's not happening. It's locked in there. It's right in the sinuses. And I'm going, I hate you. I hate you, sinuses. You are not helping right now. So where are we going to take this? Why is this coming about now? What is the whole reason for this? So, daily guidance from the angels. Okay, let's do this. Oh, it's timing. Divine timing, perfect timing. Isn't that always the case? Okay. If you're ever wondering why something's happening in life, it's either the time or it's not the time yet. It is or it isn't. It is one of the great paradoxes of life. All right, this is going to bring in new relationships, but the most important relationship you have is the one that you have with yourself, because believe it or not, that is your longest relationship in your life. And yeah, that can often be the most harsh relationship of our life. So it's your relationship with you, your core, your truth, your spirit, and then, you know, everything that stems from that. I would say, you know, Christ consciousness or collective consciousness, but really that is the epicenter of everything, isn't it? I think, therefore I am. I am consciousness. Absolutely, without question. So the relationship with yourself, opportunity to forgive, and innocence. Okay. So, what are we forgiving? I actually want to get clarification on that. Spirit, can I get clarification on relationships, please? What is this in regards to with relationships? Because I am getting very clearly, okay, so it's breakups in your life, disunion, disharmonious, disbanding. What's the opportunity to forgive about? The Queen of Wands. You're all that you got in this. Yes, you have your support system. Do not take that away when I say that you are all that you have. Everything begins and ends with you in your world. You are the protagonist in your life. So this, the opportunity to forgive, is talking about the opportunities that are being dismantled in your life right now. You have to forgive yourself in that respect, because you have given so much to that person, that situation, given so much of your power just away for this validation, for a sense of ease in your life. And this is where it's brought you. Now it's bittersweet because, well, you gave your all. You gave more than your all. But it still had an expiration date, whatever this was. What's coming in is innocent. I'm not calling you innocent because, well, let's just say, you know, you know, human nature, we're just not innocent. There is an innocence about this. I'm not saying that you're pure. Page of Wands. This is to make you feel like you've come back alive again. And again, this all stems from you. This is a huge catalyst to discovering how alive you are and what that can be like, what that can feel like, and what that'll enable you to do. Kind of beautiful. It's just time, baby. All right, so where are we going to take this? Archetypes, okay. Where are we going to, okay. God, I did not want that card to come out because I can never see the name right. And you know, I always say I'm going to look it up. I never look it up. And then I say I'm never going to look it up. And I'll never look it up. It's just kind of going to be a thing. So the light attribute of this is delight in the arts without having to be a professional. Alert you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. You are aware of the wolf in sheep's clothing. You have seen it in your field. I think that is the greatest thing that you could have done, because I feel like you were such a staunch believer, follower, and there was nothing about this that was flawed. And then you saw it behind the curtain, behind closed doors. You saw the reality of it, and you're like, wow, this is incredibly flawed. And it gave it a sense of humanity. But it also rocked it off the godlike status that you gave it. It brought it down to earth, which I think was the most important thing. So you seeing this in its reality, discovering the reality about yourself, and be like, okay, this is not the end all be all. I don't have to be part of this. So the reason why I'm making the comparison with arts and spirituality is art is the soul song, the soul essence and expression. The more that you do creative arts, the more that you open yourself up to spirit. Now, I'm not saying that there's, you know, somebody who is absolutely god-awful at art and has no interest in art and they're not spiritual. I'm not saying that at all. But the more that you find your way of expression and that creative expression, it doesn't have to be great, grand, or wonderful on any scale, but the more that you do it, the more it opens you up to a divine source. And this, finding people in that field. So you opening up to divine spirit source and having that vessel, seeing people in that field. And at once we want to put them on this godlike structure, like, oh my God, this is the answer. And then it's not. So then it pulls you back out and it pulls you back to reality, and that's where you are right now. So here you are sitting in that truth, deciding which direction you now want to take. What is now your truth, knowing what you know? So what are you working with? The artist in reverse. How crazy is that? Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. All right. God, this is going right into companions. Who have you been loyal to? It's jarred your loyalty. And that's really important that it's done that. Let's see. I think that it's important to talk about, with whatever's coming in, how you have given so much of yourself to what you just walked away from, whether it's a group of people, person, or situation. That amount of transparency is important to setting the foundation for what this new loyalty is. I want to use the other pile. No, I don't. I want to use this one still. 1 second. A seeker. The new loyalty that's coming in is somebody incredibly aligned with you, and it's seeking the truth with you. I think you guys are going to combine stories, not embellish, not speak because you want somebody to feel bad for you and put you back into a victim mode. That's not where this is going at all. You guys are going to grow together. You guys are both seeking what seems to be a greater truth. And I say it like that because it does feel like a greater truth, but I don't want to just isolate it to some sort of philosophical path. Maybe you guys are just in love. Maybe you guys are just seeking some sort of companionship. Maybe you are seeking a greater truth. Your individual storyline is going to be very unique for you. Well, so again, if you're new to the channel, it gets really colorful here. So go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. If you have questions about booking your personal reading, because like I said, your individual storyline will be incredibly in-depth, detailed, and intense for you because it's narrowed down to you and your life path. So we're going to take that and get closing messages from Spirit. What do you want to tell the collective for September 30th, 2020, moving forward? Let's see. Out with it. If they follow this path and what they're doing, what is the projected outcome? Getting out of the hangman position and fighting back, learning how to set up better boundaries, but not to the point of, I think that it's really you and learning your level of intimidation so that anything that has an ulterior motive doesn't even dare to step up to you. You don't need to defend yourself. Your energy speaks for itself in this. You are what seems to be the authority of this. Anything energetically beneath will not step up or square up to you. Obviously, there's always going to be this little fine print underneath. You know, I'm not telling you to remain defenseless. I'm not telling you to fight any particular person, place, or thing. Just stand there in your confidence and don't let yourself be swayed or shaken by somebody's ulterior motive or opportunity of undermining. I hope that this reading made sense. I hope that it finds you well, and I hope that you have an amazing day. So, until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're very loved. And again, email if you have questions about booking your own personal reading. The coronavirus sale is still going. Talk to you all soon.